Welcome, 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 ladies and gentlemen, to another Newtuber advice episode where today I'm going to be talking about commentary. Now, do you talk in your videos? Because if you do, I might have a few points for you. It's not to say I'm an expert, but I've got a few ideas and I kind of like to share them with you, so enjoy. Point number one, how you feeling today? Good? Maybe? Now, when you go to make your videos, what kind of energy levels do you have? How are you doing? Have you slept well? Have you eaten well? Are you feeling quite chipper in general? Have you had a stressful week? Have you got bad news going on? Is it just not the right time? Or is it a great time because you've had a lovely week? I'm not saying make completely forced positivity videos, okay? I have had a conversation and a discussion about that earlier. But go in feeling the best you can feel about yourself, because if you come in with energy, if you come in where you've had a good restful night's sleep and you're feeling good about yourself, that's going to reflect in your video and you're going to be feeling fairly confident about it all. Things are going to flow easier, things are going to be easier to do because you're feeling good about you. Don't force it and don't be false, but equally, if you present the stronger side of yourself or the better side of yourself, let's say, it will reflect in your videos. If you come in and you're yawning and you're tired and you're not quite picking up on stuff and you're feeling a bit miserable and you're not really having fun, and it will kind of show in the videos and it will put people off. So just have a think about how you want to present yourself and then do your best to make that happen. Make sure you get a good night's sleep. Make sure you've eaten well. Make sure you're getting on with people. Make sure you're feeling good. It will show and it will reflect. The kind of counterpoint to that, which I did just kind of touch on, but I just want to really reinforce, is don't be false, okay? Be you. If you force a personality or force a style or force a kind of approach, it might last a month, it might last two, but eventually it will stop and you will just revert to yourself anyway. Your videos will kind of have a trend where this is false me, and I was 3 months in and I kind of was closer to who I actually am, and now it's kind of just throw people, confuse people, and it's going to be exhausting for you to do. Equally, it's not a good approach, it's not an honest approach, and it's not a sustainable approach. Be yourself, find out why you are having fun, find out why people want to listen to you, and promote that. Don't just try and be like someone you've seen on the telly, because you're not someone on the telly, you're you, and you are the only person who knows you well enough to promote you. So go for it, be yourself. Another incredibly important piece of advice on how to be good at commentary is look at what you're being presented in the game and respond to that. Not in a very vague and vapid kind of way, but in a deep and analytical way. Analyze what you're seeing and respond. I'm kind of responding to the world, or just responding to what the game mechanics are showing me. That ammo's good for my gun, that health is good for my life. Or this is a world and I'm buying into it and I'm analysing it. Equally, there's that zombie there, I've killed it, one less monster. Or, God, she looks hideous, doesn't she? I think she wants to date me. One is a good way, one is kind of a passive way. One analyses where you are, one completely detracts from it. And lets the viewer know they're watching someone play a game on a very, very fundamental level. That's not to say you can't have good rage videos, it's not saying you can't have good mechanical analysing videos, and again, if that's your style and you can do that well, good on you, because you found your style. But if you're a new commentator and you're trying to figure it out, imagine yourself in that world and how you respond to that world, and then try your best to present that to the viewer. A couple of pitfalls to avoid is long pauses in between things, or long periods of silence, like avoid ahs. Yeah, try and be really clear, really sharp, really consistent. Just know what you're saying in that moment and move on from that moment. Don't linger on it, don't lay there, don't do the ums and the ahs. Don't have silly pauses in places where they're not necessary. If you're in an intense boss battle, obviously the pauses are great and you need that because you're focusing and the players and the viewers are focusing on that. But if you're wandering down a place or exploring an area and you're silent, you need to think about it. Do better commentary, sir, because you can. A couple of tips to help you if you're learning still about commentary as well is either find someone to play a game with so you can kind of bounce off their conversation, so get a collab with someone or a friend, or if you are one of the friendless few, which anyone is, I don't have any real friends in the world, but if you're one of the friendless few, get a game that's quite dialogue heavy, and I don't mean dialogue overwhelming, but that has either characters you can talk to, or has a story or a script you can follow, or is one of those binary choice type games like The Walking Dead where the story plays a heavy role in it. Because you can be silent during those moments, you can take a pause and a thought during those moments, and then you can then respond to what you're hearing. So if you're talking to an NPC and he's being ridiculously racist about elves in Dragon Age, you can then respond about how racism is and it can be a thing. Or if you're playing The Walking Dead and you've got to pick someone to live or die, you can make it an agonizing choice, and that can really draw a viewer in. My final bit of advice about commentary is, don't worry, you're learning. We're all learning. You're not born with magic skills of commentary, and it's not like a plus 10 charisma points on everyone's powers because you have them. You get there by trying, you get there by doing, and you get there by doing more of it. Take your time, learn, and don't worry. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the next one. And just let me know what you think about all this, because that would be interesting. Bye.